A three-day protest is taking place across the US in opposition to American military interventions abroad. Hundreds of anti-war activists have been marching through major cities, chanting slogans against wars in the Middle East and ongoing drone campaigns. Protesters laid coffins draped in flags outside the offices of organisations accused of providing military assistance to the government. Britain's Prime Minister used his time at the EU summit to again try and twist the arms of his counterparts to reform the bloc. It's something the current European Council President described as mission impossible. A Hollywood comparison, of course, that wasn't lost on David Cameron.
The treaty change, this is something like mission impossible.
If you watch any of these movies, you find that Tom Cruise normally prevails in the end. He's a little bit smaller than me, but I hope to be just as effective.
What's more, David Cameron kept one particular barb for his country's biggest rivals, the French.
We've created more jobs in the UK than the rest of Europe put together. Indeed, Yorkshire has created more jobs than the whole of France.
Well, the debate over who's the boss, the UK or France, seems to be never-ending. Just this month, an attempt by Paris to ban a coin commemorating the Battle of Waterloo was described as childish by some MPs in London. Earlier, too, the head of British retailer John Lewis called the Paris railway station Gare du Nord the squalor pit of Europe and said that in France, quote, nothing works and nobody cares about it anyway. He later apologised for his words. Italian designers Dolce & Gabbana faced public uproar this week over their comments about non-traditional families. In an interview with an Italian magazine, Domenico Dolce said that children should have both a mother and a father. He also referred to in vitro fertilisation babies as chemical and synthetic. Well, one of the first to express his outrage was gay dad Sir Elton John. He and his husband are raising two children themselves who were conceived using IVF. On his Instagram account, the singer lashed out at the Italian designer. He said, "How dare you refer to my children as synthetic?" he wrote in one post. Elton said the designer's views on non-traditional families were archaic, like, as he put it, his fashions. Ouch. He promised to never wear the brand, launching the hashtag boycott Dolce & Gabbana. Well, the campaign quickly found both public and celebrity support too. Former Spice Girl turned fashion designer Victoria Beckham backed Sir Elton, saying that she sends her love to his wonderful children. Singer Courtney Love too promised to burn all her D&G clothes, while others said people have the right to believe what they want. Robin Tilbrook is from a UK political party that describes itself as supporting traditional families. He believes this is a matter of freedom of speech. End of story.
Well, I think it's a question of freedom of expression, which does, after all, cut both ways. Both people are entitled to their viewpoint, I think. Elton John's reaction is quite an extreme one. We've got Elton John trying to create some sort of a boycott of Dolce & Gabbana's products simply because of them expressing, as I say, a simple traditional view. I don't think 50 years ago that anybody would have thought that what they said was in any way strange.
You can read more about that whole story on our website, along with all the other stories we're covering a lot more too. Now, coming up, a closer look after the break at the impact that post-traumatic stress disorder has on combat troops coming back home again.